Today, people from around the world are getting ready to paddle in a 120-mile race for the 68th annual AuSable River Canoe Marathon.
7 at 4's Alyssa Heron joins us live from Grayling to share more on how time trials are going so far and what spectators can expect. Good morning, Alyssa.
Good morning, Brendan and Melissa. With us now is volunteer committee member Phil Weiler. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Glad to be here.
Of course, and it's been a huge week here in Grayling. I want you to tell me a little bit about this annual tradition.
Well, we're here for the 68th annual AuSable River Canoe Marathon. As we're here on the banks, it's all quiet this morning, but Saturday night at 9 o'clock, there's a Le Mans style start, run to the river with 85 boats, all running to this spot right here where they have to get in, and then they'll paddle for the next 15, 16, 17 hours, depending on how fast they are, until they get to Oscoda. There'll be 15 to 20,000 fans along here. It'll just be exciting.
And where are some of the participants coming from this year?
Oh, we have teams from Alaska, Washington State, Florida. I mean, it's an international event with Canada also being well represented here. So this is kind of like the Super Bowl for canoe marathoners. This is the longest, toughest, nonstop canoe race. It's right here in northern Michigan, right here in Grayling.
All right, now time trials already began this week. I want you to kind of tell me how the racers have been preparing for this and what it's like for them when they're going through this race.
Well, what we've done is it's a Le Mans style start, but it's for a starting grid. It's only 5 wide in each row. So the sprints for positions, which are going on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they do a loop course. And then they start like NASCAR basically on that position, and what depends on how far they have to run. And you also have some faster runners that don't sprint as well, so when they get to the run, they can be up front also. So it is chaotic, it's crazy, there's fans all the way up. Like I said, it's a quarter-mile away. It's incredible, intense, and it's goosebumps.
Absolutely. Now, you're actually one of the feeders in this race for your son. Kind of describe how the people are out in the river and what your role is for the racers.
Well, after the organization part, they change shirts and go into dad mode, and he's partnered with Sean Casey this year from Grayling, and they're doing a great job. But yeah, we go all night long with them. It design spots usually from 1.5 hours to 2 hours away, and they'll paddle right up and they'll get a new jug, some food, Tylenol, dry shirt. I mean, even if there has to be boat repairs, it's all done on the fly because they don't stop. And then the first time they get out of the boat is at Mayo Dam at about 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. And it's the first time they've used their legs. And so there's cramps. And, a lot of them look forward to that point because that's the longest time they'll sit nonstop. So then they run through that. And there's probably 5,000 to 10,000 fans at Mayo at 3 o'clock in the morning. And all you see are these like headlights coming across the backwater. It's one of the coolest things you got to see. And then as they come up, they get out, and you have 30 seconds, 45 seconds to talk to them. Then they're gone again.
Wow. Well, I have butterflies in my stomach already for all of the participants. You're going to have to come on over to Grayling and check it out this weekend. All of this information and more will be on our website at UpNorthLive.com. Reporting live in Grayling, Alyssa Heron, 7 and 4 News. Plus, we're live in Grayling for the 68th annual AuSable River Canoe Marathon. Coming up next, we're going to talk about the community support and how participants have been preparing. You're watching 7 and 4 News today. If people have never been out to this annual event, I want you to share some history.
Well, this is the 68th annual AuSable River Canoe Marathon. We're here at the start line, which is a Le Mans style run to the river right here. 68 years, we've had 86 teams running to the river to this small section right here, and all just getting all jammed in, and then they're off to Oscoda.
So they start running down this road and then head on.
It's a quarter-mile run to the river, and then they have to paddle for the next 15 to 16 hours. Incredible. Spine-tingling.
Absolutely. Now, this is a very big event for Grayling. It goes on throughout the week. Tell me about some of the events.
Well, the events have really built all week long, from the Kids' Day to the HUP race to today is the Special Olympic races at the sprints, the C1s, the business relays. Everybody has taken a part of the marathon and made it their own in the community, and that's what's just made it a huge event. And it caps off with the 9 p.m. start.
Now, time trials have been going on throughout the week, and participants have been getting ready. I want you to tell me how they're preparing.
Well, right now, if they've gotten their sprints done, maybe they'll take a quick little night run just to get the last little jitters out or set the light. If they got a sprint today, they're resting, obviously. It's a demanding, little sprint course. And then on Saturday, there's a briefing at noon that we will actually sequester their boats and then they won't get them back until the start of the race. So they have to get their boat ready today before we take it from them, so there's no more tinkering. And then once they get introduced down here, they can go get them and get ready for the craziest night of their life.
Absolutely. Now, this race takes up a lot of physical endurance. Tell me how long it is and share some of the fastest times.
Well, the record time in '93 was 14 hours and 58 minutes, and that was just some incredible water. We've had some good water. We've got some good water now, but not that good. It'll be a 15-hour race for the leaders, and some of the other teams whose goal is just to finish will do it in the 17-18 hour mark, but that's just if it's their first year, they just want to finish, and that's the accomplishment, them versus the river.
And it's 120 miles, correct?
120 miles nonstop, 60 to 80 paddle strokes a minute.
So if people have family members or friends that are taking part in this race, there's actually a new thing this year with GPS.
We've got GPS on all the boats this year. So you go to the marathon page, web page, and you can click on the GPS tracker, and each boat will have their number, and you can follow them all night long. And you can do that also with Facebook, and we've got the Twitter account with updates. We've got Periscope showing a lot of live feeds. So the marathon has gone multimedia.
Okay, and most importantly, this starts at 9 p.m. tomorrow, so people are going to want to come down and get their spots.
Oh, this whole area right here will be packed. So at 9 o'clock, it's go time.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and best of luck to your son who's participating. All of this information and more will be on our website at UpNorthLive.com. For now, I'm going to send it over to Joe to see what the weather will be looking like for the participants this weekend. Joe?